I'm live, so please bear with us. We have some technical difficulties. So, like, you bear with us. We having technical difficulties with the other camera. Shot, if you will. Is your rotation on lock? Your phone on rotate? Oh. Yeah, it's just saying. It's crazy. I couldn't even pay my rent on time. The website, I paid it early, but the company doesn't take it out for days. So if they don't see it in their system, sometimes they'll charge a late fee still. And then I was calling, and then they kept hanging up on me. And it's just like it's just getting harder to take care of certain businesses. They really they behind the scenes they fucking with us. Yeah. And they gonna decide to make our lives harder too, as this thing progresses. But it is what it is. Do what you gotta do, bro. Do what you gonna do.
Well, you've seen this athlete advertising now about you're supposed to be blocking scams from AI pages, fake pages like the stuff that you have. And snatching your logins and all that.
Right. No, I hadn't heard nothing, but I just did. You almost good.
You're still telling me that
Pull from the others. We'll pull from there.
okay.
Yeah. That's Satan, brother. It's crazy. You got damn near reset your phone.
Yeah.
For YouTube
Before every video.
It's all good.
All right.
May need to update their phone too.
Huh?
May need to update the phone.
He stays on that.
Yeah. I just did all my apps.
Yeah, go ahead, bring
All right. All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone. We're here to give all praise and glory and honor to Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and our fellow occupants who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the corners of the earth that be like unto the speckled birds, also known as your Israelite foreigners, these are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, we say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we'll just get right into it.
This is the book of Obadiah, verse 1. It says, the vision of Obadiah, thus said Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, power, concerning Edom.
And this is talking about Edom, who is the so-called white man, okay? Today, modern day white man, okay? He's actually red, okay? His blood shows forth through his skin, all right? He is not white. The word white means without moral impurity. And his history and his character shows he's far from that, He is the wicked, according to Malachi 1:4. He does not sleep unless he wickedness. All right?
We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, Shemi Yahushai.
And that's not a rumor like, something that, could be true, could not be true. No, this is a report. This is news. This is a message. Okay?
An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle.
And that ambassador, is Gamal Abdel Nasser, the second Egyptian president in 1952. And he's well noted for saying that there will never be peace in Israel because the Jews left here black and they came back white. All right? He has a river named after him just to the east of the Nile called Lake Nasser. Okay?
Yeah, hey, that goes to show you the Lord can use anybody to send a message. Because his devils, they thought they had us so oppressed and down. The Lord raised up a man out of who's to say he was a Jacobite? But the Lord raised up a man from what is seen out of another nation to basically, put that message out. There'll never be peace in Israel, and it's never been. He was on point.
Verse 2. Behold, I have made.
Real quick. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5. Sorry, Luke 21 and 24. And it reads, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down on the Gentiles until the time when the Gentiles be fulfilled. The point is, Jerusalem is still trodden down. The people first, then the land. Because it tells you in Ezekiel 36 that what? That the residue of the heathen, which is primarily the Arab nations, the Ishmaelites, and then it says Idumea, which is Edom, which have appointed the Lord's land, which gave to his people, the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American people. They have our land in their possession, and that's why the fighting is going on. This is what the brothers reading Obadiah. Gamal Nasser was a so-called Arab, an Ishmaelite, and that's proof, because what's going on right now is what? The Palestinians, which are the so-called Arabs, they're not the original Palestinians or Philistines, which are Hamitic people, descended from Mizraim, but these Arabs and these Amalekites, all right, which are the modern-day Chaldeans, are fighting over our land. All right, this is what the whole thing is over, And they what? They're trying to fulfill prophecy of what? Israel being increased, the land, our borders being increased, but they're not the true people, right? That's why there's no peace over there, right? Because that's what happened when the true Israelites return to the land. You gotta go.
And further up in that Ezekiel 36, the Lord is cold, how you put that in there. He said, aha, the ancient high places are ours. Okay, you heard Eddie Murphy when he was playing the Amalekite and Coming to America. He said the exact same thing. He's playing that role, and that's how they talk. So you got them, you got the heathen, the Palestinians, both of them in that land, and they're not supposed to be there. Okay. The other problem that they have, we're supposed to have from the Great River of Egypt, which is the Nile, all the way over to the Euphrates. Okay, you get that in, I believe, Genesis 15 and 18. That's the land. So outside of the headquarters of Israel, as identified by the book of Joshua, chapter 13 and 22, through chapter 22, other nations have that land, and that's what they're upset about. Okay, they can't have it, which is further proving that they're not the people of the promise.
Oh, you know what, too? For that Ezekiel 36, it says, what? Our land have borne the shame of the heathen.
Verse 2 says, behold, I have made thee small amongst the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
And that small is twofold. Number one, being insignificant. All right, Esau is being exposed, and in terms of sheer numbers of people, he's been the smallest. They have a book out called the Birth Dearth. That book is $700. where they were trying to find ways to increase their population. That's why they got this this Project Esther, you know, going on, this project to 2030. Because you could still call into Planned Parenthood and pick what child you want to abort except them. Okay? Can't abort because they're trying to increase their numbers. And they can't do it.
Isaiah 14 and verse 10 says, all they, it's like, I was looking at verse 9, but, Isaiah 14 and verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth, and had raised up from their thrones all the kings of the ages. Alright, so yes, this hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Alright, so hey, we saw you the so-called white man. Alright, they're going to be put into a lower state. Alright, what it says, to meet thee at thy coming, to stir up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. Alright, so what these kingdoms are, they're now, they're not looking upon America with that,
Great reference.
We need to fear this. But now, these nations, they speak openly about, destroying America. It says, they have it all in importance, screaming death to America, things of that nature.
Joel, Luke just saying I'm strong.
It says, they have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yes, you are. All right, because everybody got the nuclear capability. It ain't like when America dropped, what was the name of the mission?
Fat man and little boy.
Yup. Nobody on this earth seen nothing like that. That shook up the nation. All right, but now everybody got what? Nuclear capabilities. All right. But that was it on that.
And you know what? Everybody sees the degradation of this country, due to what, social media. They see that this place is going down. And they see we're not the only people that see the people in this country crying out on social media. But these other countries are looking like, yeah, see, the people are starting to suffer. And these are countries where it's been hard. America is spoiled. America is spoiled because of what? The dainties, the teats of America that people have sucked all this time. And then people have gotten spoiled because we're supposed to get certain things. We're supposed to have certain things. But now those things are being taken away, and now there's an outcry going forward. But go ahead.
It's a dry now. Got powdered milk. Come on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Alright, the wicked, alright, being revealed is Esau Edom, man. Alright, the so-called white man. Alright, he's being revealed by the Lord, man. Alright, they speaking through the prophets, man. Alright. Esau, man, he's so long been doing things behind the curtain and getting away with it, but that's not the case anymore, man. All right, nothing that Esau is doing is going unnoticed by the prophecy. How was shot, man. All right, everything is being revealed. That's why it says in Isaiah 47:3, it says.
So Isaiah chapter 47 verse 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen.
All right, everything that you're doing is being seen, man. All right, also Jeremiah 49. All right, it goes into it as well.
Holding it too.
All right, hey, Esau, what? Your shame is being seen, man. All right, all the things that you've been doing to the nation of Israel, man, and to the rest of the world, man. All right. Esau, what he came in the power doing wickedness, man. All right. And we know now until this very day, what he's coming up still to kill and destroy, man. All right, and it's all being revealed. All right, that's why that chief nation, what they're being kicked out of all these other countries, man. All right, hey, don't nobody wanna be by because that people are realizing that you're the wicked that the scriptures speak about, man. All right, and soon come what the Lord, he's gonna destroy you, man. All right.
You want to know?
Take over.
Yep.
Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. But it says, but I have made thee bare, I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he should not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. This is back to good, brother. I was holding on deck, in the spirit. But yeah, this is plain to the point. The Lord has made Esau bare. Bare means what? Uncovered. Like it says in Lamentations 4, that the Lord is discovering thy sins, or Edom, or iniquities. All right, because why? The wickedness of Esau, Edom, all right, it has been so long without judgment. Now the judgment is almost here. All right, so now the Lord is basically caused the books to be opened before the firmament, and what we read the judgment. All right, it's going to come upon you for all this wickedness that's done to the Lord's people. All right, against the Lord, first of all, against Yahweh Yahweh Shah. All right, then against the Lord's people, which is us, so-called Negro Latino American people, which are the true Israelites, and then also what they've done to the earth. They have a heavy judgment. And they think that because the Lord ain't judged them yet, that they're going to continue on to do wickedness. Like it says in Ecclesiastes 8. See, they harp on, oh, we've been doing so long, that hey, who see us?
Yep.
The Lord don't see us, but the Lord do see you. All right, the Lord's going to punish you, all right, when he's ready to bring forth that great judgment, all right, especially the destruction of Babylon, America, all right, and then what? You're going into slavery for the rest of the heathen. So you are going to be punished. It says in the same chapter, right, we're reading on the verse 12, for thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup, have surely drunken, which is us. The cup represents what? The curses of Deuteronomy 28, verse 15, or 16 through 68. We drunk of these, curses. But it says, Baruch 3 and 8, that we're yet this day in our captivity. So we're still under the curses technically. All right. But it says, and art thou he that shall altogether go and punish? Meaning what? Are you going to go and punish for all your wicked deeds? Here it is, we the Lord's people. We got punished for our wickedness, for breaking the covenant, for doing wickedness, serving other God, whatever we did against the Heavenly Father and the Son. Here it is, we got punished like none other. Anybody been through more or worse shit than we have? And here it is, you're the wicked, the Lord created in the earth. All the wickedness you've done, you think you're going to get away scot-free with that shit? You think you're just going to do all this manner of wickedness and heinous atrocities against humanity itself? And then that just is it. You know what I'm saying? You're going around from the sunset? Fuck no. It says, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Meaning what? You're gonna basically Deuteronomy 30 and 7. The curse is gonna come upon you, and you're gonna get your ass put in slavery. You're gonna put yokes of iron upon your necks. You're gonna put yokes of iron on your necks, starting with your kings and your noble ones. All right, all y'all going into captivity. Edomites and the rest of you heathen. But in particular, Edom has the heaviest judgment. Of all the fucking nations, all right, you got the heaviest judgment coming, man. You ain't gonna get no mercy. Nobody gonna feel sorry for you. It's over. When you in captivity and you get your ass beat, working in the hot ass sun with boils on your skin, no one's gonna feel sorry for you. Okay? You got it.
That said Israel, how we got work. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, beginning verse 11. It says, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because we have sinned against him.
Yeah, the curse is what? Some evil the Heavenly Father sends upon you. And we know that according to Isaiah 45, or 7, the Lord make peace and great evil. So the Lord sent evil on his own people for doing wickedly. Man, you devils got the fucking nerve. The thing that you going just go unpunished, that is crazy. The Lord done fucked us up. I was just vexed earlier. I'm in the spirit in the gym and shit. It's just right, you know, I'm like, look, bro, fuck this bitch. You the prize. Because why? I know that the masculinity been stripped from our people. But I was just that much in the spirit, right? I'm talking to him, I had to catch myself. Like, shit, man. You know, because why? I hate seeing our people in this lower state. When I see junkies and shit, our people on crack and shit, you know, I don't like that shit. I don't laugh at them. I don't make fun of them. At least they been a demon and I may say something, but I don't like that shit. I don't like seeing these heathen, you go in these goddamn corner stores and Elon talking shit to Jake, mistreating Jake, knowing who the fuck we are. That shit ain't funny to me. You know, and no brother should be laughing at that shit either, because wow, that's the judgment of the Lord. You know, that's between them and the Lord.
This is verse 12. He hath confirmed his words. Those words are those scriptures. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 15 through 68. He says, which he spake against us and against our judges that judge us. So, you know, even though the affliction is not to the same level, you know, the judges got their work too, man. Because we agreed as a nation at Mount Sinai. Okay? Not as individuals, as a nation, that we would obey those laws, statutes, and commandments. It says, by bringing upon us a great evil, for under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. So, yeah, just like you said, we got up getting our ass kicked, you know, all the way to the end until the Lord comes back.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. It says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. All right, that's America for you, man. All right, this is how this place was built up off, man. This is how this place was established, man. All right, through the blood, sweat, and tears and atrocities of our people, man. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, the true biblical Israelites, man. All right, and that word woe goes into what? Death and destruction, man. Unto who? You saw Edom, man. All right, you know, because there was a point in time to where this devil, you know, he was able to going into these other countries, all right, get steal resources, and he stole the Lord's chosen people, man. You know, to build up this open air prison, call America, man. You know. Hey, but this place has a time limit, all right, for its rulership, man.
Yeah, well, to your point, it says every major empire has a lifespan average of 250 years. Yep. Average 250 years old, the salary.
Yep.
So stuff is about to start moving. Like, I mean, it's moving now, but really pick up.
Yeah.
Jump down to what's jump down to verse yeah.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 15. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink.
Yeah, because not only you established, this town with blood, but then you gave, our people, which speaks about a drink. They, read it, keep reading it.
God. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also.
Yeah, because how you do that? Through putting drugs in our community, all right? You put all these different diseases in our community. You know what I'm saying? All this gang culture, that shit really come from Esau. You know? So what? Yeah. To what? To try to look at the Israelites. Look at these old people doing wicked. You the root cause. You put crack cocaine, in our communities. That's why our loved ones we seen growing up, your auntie, your uncle, whoever, maybe your parent, one of your parents, on fucking crack. But then the Lord turned that around, right? What's going on now, right? And the Lord is showing your people that's on fucking drugs. Your children are on meth and speed and shit. Your children fucking are terrorizing communities, terrorizing society, school shootings and shit. You look at all these school shootings that happened since this Mo Obama was in office. It's been all what so-called white men shooting up schools and shit. So the Lord been exposing you. You're the real terror to society, or menace to society. As they were labeled Jake. Like that movie was really derogatory. You know, menace to society was really Esau's a real menace. When you go into the word menace, you know what I'm saying? But that's the way you put the vow to Jake and make Jake drink. And then you show the whole world, oh, they dope dealers, all this old bullshit. What? Just for you to justify locking Jake up, and then you get the benefits of locking, you know, so-called Black and Latino and Native Americans up, because they become legal slaves, and then you benefit off the labors they do for you when they're in prison.
Yeah, but when the same president made up the 3 strikes rule, they got Jake locked up for life.
Yep.
When his son is on YouTube smoking crack with prostitutes, you know, he gets to go to some treatment facility. He don't get to go to. Hey, if you made up that rule, then shouldn't that rule be enforced on you at all costs? Shouldn't there be no nepotism to the rule? Well, you made up a rule to get Jake fucked up and locked up for years, which a lot of them Jakes were locked up until they died. But then you make up the same drug enforcement under the guise of stopping drug use. But then when your son's all on YouTube smoking. Well, he's not the president no more, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody feds busting in his door, locking him up. You know? Why ain't the police going to lock this nigga up? Everybody know who he is, they know where he is. You know? So there's your reward. Hey, now you see why the Lord gonna fuck you up.
You can read verse 16 too. That goes right hand in hand. That's what's going on.
It says that put aside bottle, you got opportunity, and make us drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to give an example of what you were going into. But this is if brothers remember, brother, I asked the question. It was like man third strike over candy bar. It says you likely are referring to the 2016 case in New Orleans, Louisiana. This is where a man named Jacob, that last part, Jacobia. So you don't want to say Jacob, right? But Jacobia Grimes faced up to life in prison under the state's three-strike habitual offender law for allegedly stealing $31 worth of candy bars. Mm-hmm. So this, and it says had 5 prior theft convictions, allowing prosecutors to enhance the potential sentence ranging from 20 years to life for what would typically be a minor misdemeanor.
Yep.
14th Amendment.
So that also goes like when we talked about drugs. There was a difference of when they made a difference of having like ounce of powder to like a dime or crack or something like that.
Well,
you know,
it was the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same weight, just a stiffer sentence.
Mm-hmm.
You got a stiffer sentence for the stuff that was manufactured in the lab versus the pure stuff. The pure cocaine versus the crack.
It's a weaker form.
Yeah, much weaker form.
So that's saying it alone is like, damn. Because why? It's geared towards Jake. And I tell your own fucking people say no to drugs. Nancy Reagan, that bitch died, didn't she? That old bitch died, didn't she?
Yeah, she was into that witchcraft too.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You got her on TV saying, just say no, when her husband and Oliver North putting stuff in our communities.
Yeah, through Freeway Cross.
Yeah.
And the FBI said, Yeah, and you know, Ray Rick Ross came out that he was like the so-called godfather of crack cocaine.
Yeah.
They set him up. That's what the whole show Snowfall about. That's that dude Franklin. That's Rick Ross.
Okay.
He said it. FBI. I don't know. He's mentioned how the North Carolina. They set him up to sell cocaine, you know, crack cocaine. I mean, out west, California to Texas. He was from Texas originally. But that dude, the Lord gonna judge that bald head nigga. You know, he be around speaking proudly and shit. Like, dude, the Lord gonna fucking judge you, man. You helped destroy your own people. It says what? Though hands on the hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. You help push crack cocaine in your own people's community, and you don't have no kind of shame or remorse for it. He's doing interviews, getting money, not even showing no kind of remorse. But go ahead. 16?
Yeah, and the Lord about to start getting to you niggas, man. Hey, man, like all this time, like was this waiting, you know, for the Lord to do harm to you niggas. That time is coming to an end, bro. The Lord about to get busy on Jacob. You know, a judgment shall begin at the house of God. So it's going to begin at us. But who is really all of Israel is the house of God. Those are supposed to be his people. So yeah, the Lord gonna get at us that's in the truth and that's going off. He gonna get at us, but he gonna get at our people too, man. People out here hurting. Like I've been talking to a lot of people lately. It's like the Lord has put the spirit to just talk to people, and man, people hurting. And guess who hurting? Who really hurting? The black woman, bro. All these black women got a story. My car in the shop, they trying to take it. I can't get it fixed. You know, man, like they got. Hey, I'm homeless. I'm little. They saying I only got to August before I can't live here no more. This, bro, people are fucking struggling right now, man. So the Lord is getting at people, but we don't see it on a mass scale. You know, we don't see it on a mass scale yet. You know, until things really lock down. The MOTB is damn near in full swing. All they got to do is make it mandatory, pretty much. They already mass producing them. They already got facilities set up to where they mass producing them. How do you know that? Because I knew somebody that was an engineer that went to work at one of the facilities. You know? So they already got the hardware. They put these data centers up. That's like one of the last things they need to do to try to fill his belly. You know, so we at the end of this thing, so but showing you how close judgment is too. Because the Lord gonna get at Jake, bro. The Lord gonna get at niggas, bro. You know, I stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Hey, us doing this work is the Lord stretching his hand out. You not regarding it is the judgment that's coming. Yeah, but that's it.
So, Habakkuk 2 and verse 16, it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord Yahweh Shai, right hand shall turn unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be thy glory." And shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
That filled with shame for glory. You don't have that that aura you used to have. It's all shame, and the way you come back and now, what is that? Black fatigue. You know, you got the Israelites bringing out your stuff. No such thing as black people, but you know that's the byword that they call us. Okay, and right now it's hitting them at every turn. Nobody likes them. Even their women. You see in all these interviews. Okay, they can't stand their own men, but you know they got to pay too.
Well, also, like, you have you know, they glorified in the establishment of America.
Yeah.
You know, this was their prize, you know, possession. They, the Chaldeans, you know, who actually, the Amalekites, who actually running the inner workings, all, you know, from banking to the entertainment to media, you know, all of that, right? And this is their bread, like you said, their bread and butter. You know, the military, of course, the military life, they put pride in the military, but then that shame is come upon them because now a lot of, you know, like the Lord has opened up the men, his men to go out and show, you know, that it's all through great robbery and murder. Like the brother quoted, you know, John 10 and 10, he comes not but to steal, kill, and destroy. And so that's why I said and as the information has increased, like in Daniel, the people are all seeing it.
Yeah.
If I could jump here real quick, you know, Obadiah verse 10, since we mentioned the shame, it says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So, you know, you started, you know, the history, everybody's seen the history of what you've done to the so-called blacks, it's done to Native Indians. And then, of course, you have and other nations, you know, who show the relics of, you know, what the true depiction of the Israelites look like, you know, and they all know that. And so all this stuff is coming out. And so, again, that's making them, again, more insignificant as a nation, and everybody's eye is all narrowing down on who the wicked really is. You know, showing that the prophets of the Lord, starting with again GMS, the elders, is right.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that. You go ahead. Yeah, to your point too, though, I want to make this real quick. That's why my man Rodrigo Duarte, used to go president of the Philippines, he's a cuss that Mo Obama. Now, you tell me how to do in my country, you kill the black man, you know. Yeah, he just cuss their ass out, man.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the truth.
But they would always speak about, like, we need to go and democracy, or like try to do something in someone else's country. It's like, look at what you're doing to the people in your own country.
He said that. He said that too. Go ahead.
This is Nahum chapter 3, starting verse 1, and I'll jump down. It says, woe to the bloody city, it is all for lies and robbery, the prey departed not.
Yeah, who was the prey in this country? We were. We got to consider, we got whole families that we don't even know. We got relatives, whole families of relatives over in Africa, over in other states. You ever seen a dude that looked just like you, and you ain't never met this dude, and you know, he don't know, come to none of the family get-togethers, but you see this dude and he look just like you, or he look just like your brother or your uncle. More than likely, that's like another part of your family that's been lost through slavery. You know, if the law said that we couldn't sleep with our cousins, and we wouldn't even know who our cousins were. We wouldn't even know who they were.
Yep. But they sold the babies right away, or they put a bag over the heads so you wouldn't know who you were having sex with. Could have been your mother, your sister, you know, all types of abominations. Right?
Disgusting.
That's where the word motherfucker come from.
Yep. Yep.
Time Dick Jacob, he make him have sex with a woman, this is his own mother, he don't even know. Man, go ahead, bro.
Jumping down to Nahum chapter 3, verse 5. It says, behold, I am against thee, said the Lord, I will buy you shine host, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the neck, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy shame.
Yeah. That's why the series, you know, that's why the series is so beautiful. But I buy this our brother Jacob series. Everything we just mentioned, man, like how you not mad, Jake? How you not fucking mad? You fucking kidding me right now? You should be fucking furious, bro. That's why Esau tried to get rid of the history books.
Yeah.
The little history they even show you in school. There's so much shit that Esau done to our people, man. Go ahead, bro.
These niggas ain't worried about history. They worried about if they worried about if Bud Crawford gonna come back to fight to boxing again. They're not worried about, niggas ain't worried about what happened to our people in this country. That's why we need these new evils to come. That's why we need this devil to show his horns, bro. And it's gonna come a time, bro. Like, see, the reason why leading up to the end that he's not really showing his horns, because the Lord is gonna catch a lot of you at unawares. You see, the Lord gonna catch a lot of you while you're in your comfort. And thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. The Lord gonna catch a lot of you, when I shall say peace and safety, in sudden destruction. You know? The Lord gonna catch a lot of you while you think everything is cool. You know? And then one day, you never know. Then one day, on the day that your food stamps come, you might be, you might be going. I don't know if it's an app. I ain't never been on. I don't remember being on food stamps. Mm-hmm. I know my mother was, but that's when I was little. But I haven't been on food. I've never been on food stamps by myself. But whatever app that they got or phone number you got to call to see if your funds are on, they not gonna be on. And and people are gonna be calling and flooding the welfare office. They're gonna be calling, flooding the welfare office, and they're gonna be getting all kind of AI. Hey, bro, like it's about to get hard, bro. I couldn't even pay my rent today, man. Like I paid my rent on the website. It didn't go through. And then when I called, it used to be people, but now it's an AI bitch, and then she'll just hang up on me. I got a video. I might do a lesson on it. The chick just hung up on me. I said, "Can I speak to customer service? Can I speak to a human being?" He hung up. Can I speak to customer service about the hung up. I had to get in my car and go to the office to get it squared away. So you're gonna have some cold AI bitch. Is there anything I can do to help you? Yeah, my name is Seattle or whatever. AI, such and such AI. My name is such and such AI. Is there anything I can do to help you? And then you tell me your problem and they hang up in your face. Well, maybe I should try something else. And then you lose your sanity every time you call. Hey, but that's how things are going to get. Everything that's an emergency to you is going to be dismissed by the world. See, the Lord is going to put people in dire straits. But y'all, you get it. Anybody got a scripture?
This is Psalms 110:3. It says, "Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power."
Hey, the day of our power. We pretty much in the day of our power because the Lord is doing His thing. We speak in the prophecies; they come into pass. Brothers are praying for brothers. Brothers are getting healed. So on a level, on a small level, we already got power. We don't know the extent of it, but I know that brothers have prayed to me. Prayed for me, and whatever sickness I had went away. I know that brothers have called me, and the Lord revealed things to me, and I told them, it was like, how did you know that? I'm like, man, it was the Lord told me. So the Lord is really guiding us right now. We just got to be open. But go ahead.
It says, "In the duties of holiness from the womb of the morning, God has to do it on you."
Yeah, the Lord is going to give us to do it our youth. That means that we're gonna be in the fullness of our power. The Lord is going to turn that switch on. And eventually, Hey, the Lord's gonna use us to do spiritual things in His flesh too. Before we leave here, the Lord's gonna amplify us, bro. Then when America get destroyed, we're gonna go up in those new bodies. But the Lord is already, hey, we speaking these prophecies and they coming to pass. That's power. For the Lord to put us in the corner and say exactly what's going to happen and exactly what we say is happening, that's power. Well, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 9 and verse 10, or no, verse 9, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways.
Then they're going to be in pitiful case. Hey, a lot of people are in pitiful case right now. It's like everybody I'm talk to that ain't in the truth got some shit going on. Yeah, my car down. I'm about to lose. I lost my job. I can't get my car out the shop. Bro, like, it's all kind of shit going on. People about to get kicked out of their homes. If I don't have money by next month, I don't know where I'm gonna live. So the Lord is putting the squeeze on, man. Hey, one of the chicks, my man Dextro's Reborn, he be finding shit, don't he? But one of the chicks was like, yeah, it's good because I get free shit and all this. And then on the next video, the bitch was homeless. This video, bitch, homeless. Because the Lord got our ass. You know? And the Lord ain't done, bro. The Lord's going to deal with all the pride of this land. But the thing is, people, when they show self peace and safety, there's sudden destruction. But then the Lord is letting those evils grow in the earth. Behind the shit, because we're not hearing anything about Ebola no more. We're not hearing anything about hantavirus no more. If you notice that, those two viruses just disappeared, but who's to say if they ain't still spreading? Go ahead. Yeah, oh yeah, all kind of tick-borne illnesses. It's like a new one every other month, every month now. Like a new tick-borne illness. They got one you can't eat red meat. You know, when a tick bites you, you can't eat red meat no more. They need to design that shit just to attack Big Shirley. That's something you can't eat.
But they kind of started. You was talking about the EBT earlier.
Yeah.
The girl was in line. Wait, I can't get my Twix? No, you can't get your Twix.
Yeah, see?
No donuts? Nope. No soda? Nope.
Yeah, see?
So she didn't move behind the register to look at the screen with the lady. Oh man.
Bro, Pookie and Ray Ray about to be starting getting bopped off for Twix.
Yep.
Yeah, or the Costco pack. You owe me 2 weeks supply.
Economy size.
You know? Like, who knows? Hey, but there's certain things, yeah, I heard about, and then another thing, you're not getting it easy no more. You're not, like they making people volunteer to keep their stats now.
Yep.
I mean, your ass got to go in there and work and sit there for free. You're getting shit for free. Y'all talking all this shit about free. Now your ass got to. Now your ass got to go sit in the unemployment office for 6 to 8 hours. Just working for free. They about hey, but if it's gonna be a flex of people working for free, what about the people that's working for money? They about to lose work. They about to come back and be filtered in through the free line.
They lost the workers. I think GM just laid off another so many thousand workers. So replace for robots. So hey,
40,000, something like that.
it was like a local one. That's one around here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think total like somewhere around like 30,000-40,000. But they put robots on the assembly lines, so they no longer need you to stand there and insert your little part, your little slot. They got a robot for that.
Yeah, I got a nigga that's doing this every day. the robot gonna go in and do that shit for 24 hours at a time. They're gonna be so behind on supply that they might start firing managers. Hey, because them robots, they don't be no wait. They gonna have all that shit done. You know? So it is what it is, bro. Like, we told you. But yeah, get some shit, bro.
Because in Kroger, I've been seeing it recently. They got these little bots that walk around, you know, and just throughout the aisles and look through, you know, just checking inventory, you know. And I was just thinking, oh shit, you know, this is part of, you know, them taking away, you know, niggas' jobs, you know.
Yeah.
See? Yes, it's what?
Stop it. Damn. You they got robots?
Yeah.
Damn, where?
You remember, I don't know if people see it lately, but to this point, like you would go in there and people be walking around, you know, and you would ask them like, hey, I'm looking for X, Y, and Z, and they would pull up their little black box,
Yeah.
and then they would either scan something or they would check and they say, and they could tell you like, no, we're out of it.
Right.
And that's what it sounds like, you know, now they have robots that can go down the aisle and
And grind the season because they are few.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man. Like, shit is getting real, man. Hey, we went to a restaurant when I was in Dallas, and a robot brought us our food.
man.
You know, went to get sushi with the apostle, and bro, the goddamn robot came and brought us our shit. And spin around like this and backed up.
Justin's
Perfect. To where you can just grab your shit and then he pulled the fuck off. Oh.
They doing that in Purdue. Like they got the little, you know, they can walk to the places, but you got little robots that's rolling around, you know, and they come to the dorms, and then they just go in and put a code in, open up and get their food.
Yeah, I was trying to pay my rent today. I called the actual building, and I couldn't get through.
Yeah.
This is AI such and such. And the AI was hanging up on my ass. I took videos, and then when I was trying to screen record on my phone, it was muting the volume. It was muting the volume. I had to screen record. I had to record it off my daughter's phone.
Like they can detect screenshots.
Yeah, it was muting the volume. It said there would be no volume, so I had to record it off my daughter's phone.
Wow.
And then when I recorded off her phone, it still hung up. So hey, who knows? Because I had the phone right here, probably looked through the camera and saw me record.
They got talking about the quantum stuff, or how they all just like talking to each other.
Yeah, that's
True.
Age of Ultron. That's all that is. You know, you take care of him in one spot, he can jump into another whole interface. You know?
I seen the robot cutting grass. Yeah. I was like, damn, it was out, you know, down like south over here, like, you know, there below. Yeah. Even time I was on night shift driving, rolling by and shit, the robot, that motherfucker cut it perfectly too. I was like, and this is a little rinky dink ass, it ain't even a town, really, it's like an old school town. I said, damn, a robot cutting grass, well, they're gonna put this car out of business, shit.
Man, shit get real out here. Hey, a lot of you people that got call jobs, to where you sit in meetings. Oh, you compute. All you people that do budget plans at your job, and that do budgeting. A lot of y'all about to get fucking cut out. You know, especially if you ain't been at that job and got no seniority for a while. But a lot of these jobs are about to get fucking cut. July 1st, yesterday, was the day that a lot of, I think it was yesterday, was the day that a lot of titles, college titles, were rendered null and void. Nurse practitioner and all these titles, CNA, a lot of those were rendered null and void yesterday.
Oh yeah. There's another story behind that too, though. The one that was rendered null and void. All of those professions, if they notice something unusual with children, they will report it. So now that takes out that one piece that the pedos will get away with.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man.
Mentioning social services.
I got the video, yeah. Yeah, the nurses, CNAs, they saw something fishy, they report it.
Yeah, they always had that
Take it away
too.
from them.
If I may real quick, speaking on, backing up the building, the tech industry is being hit hard by these AI and these robots and things like that. It's back in like to early 2010s up until the 2020s, what these tech jobs like cybersecurity, software engineers and things like that, those are high paying jobs and roles within that industry. But with the advancement of AI and things like that, those jobs are being taken away. All right, so you got people on these full ride scholarships that went to these universities to study for 4 or 5 plus years to learn, software engineering and cybersecurity and things like that, and they can't even find jobs, man. All right, so hey, the tech industry is being hit hard by these AI and these robots as well, man. So these people, they're losing out in all aspects, man. Our people are people are losing out on like the brother was speaking about the robot cutting grass. They're losing out on these physical labor jobs by robots, as well as things that are happening behind the computers, man. That was
That's a new one, that Kroger robot. How may I help you today? Because you don't see people. You gotta look hard to find somebody to help these days in these stores. And that's from Costco on down. Like you gotta go damn near up to the register to ask for an hour something. So that's a shortage. And then all the people that are sleeping, are living in their cars, are like, "There's no jobs. I'm trying to find jobs. There's no jobs." And you think hey, that's another thing. People about to go into debt. Even if you do find a job, whoever you get a car note to, they might find you and take the car from you. If you get behind on your car note, man, yeah, man. Hey, you get behind on your rent. They may just be like, well, we're gonna have to get rid of you. Hey, ain't nobody gonna let you get over, because the world is too cold. If you got a private landlord that's old, and that's like, I don't want a truck. I ain't really got nobody else to move in, so you can stay. But but that's rare. So people about to start fucking feeling it, man. And like we say that, and people don't see it. They just look. Yeah, it's I got it. But when it happens, that's when that fear is gonna hit. That's when people are gonna get serious. But it's gonna be too late. The Lord designed it to where when these things actually come to pass, it's gonna be too late. That's why the scriptures say, seek him early. Go ahead.
Back there. This is Sirach, chapter 5, or Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day.
Yeah, you're not supposed to put the Lord off from day to day. You're supposed to turn away. You're supposed to walk away from your wickedness and serve the Lord in truth. Everybody care more about being cool to some jackass than being right to themselves. Everybody's worried about what the next person thinks of them. And that next person is hand joined in hand. You're not gonna go unpunished, man. Go ahead, bro.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
Yeah, one day you may be doing good, you got everything you need, and then the next day, hey, it's 90 degrees outside. There's some storms coming. You better believe as soon as the cold front comes in here, it's gonna be some violent weather. It's gonna be some violent weather, bro. Hey, you may be You know, you may be at work, get caught by a rainstorm, go home, and your house been rolled up the fucking street somewhere. And you don't have that kind of insurance. Now you're displaced. Hey, see, the Lord give it to the Lord take it away. People don't understand what kind of power they're dealing with. You think just because, hey, the Lord about to start bringing swift judgment. Hey, all these people that are well-to-do, these jakes that think this society is going to come back and bounce back, a lot of you going to start taking these hits. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. This Isaiah 29 and verse 6, it says, "Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh Shah with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest,
Yep.
and the flame of devouring fire."
And, yep, the Lord is bringing all those things, man. Hey, I witnessed that when that tornado came past when we was down south. It was flood waters, and then it was a power line down. So the power line was arcing and sending electricity through the water. So if that water would have hit the metal in your car, it could have exploded.
Yeah.
You know, so they trapped everybody in there overnight. And then whoever wasn't there was trapped out. Fire and water at the same time. Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
So back to that a quick point you made. This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 24. It says, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation."
Yeah, woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep."
Yeah, I was talking to the Elder Barack out there. He said, look, he got a feeling that California is due for a big earthquake. And you know it's a lot of people out there with mansions. And right now it's a lot of abandoned mansions because of the fire. You know, that's gutted out by fire. But if a major earthquake hit, all them houses as a Cali that you see down here, you see Hollywood video. Oh no, not Hollywood video. That was years ago. I've been there. It's years ago. I've been to a downtown place in Cali. But like down here, you'll see Walmart, and then there'd be a mountain, and then up there you'll see houses hanging off the edge of the mountain.
Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, you see them houses like on the edge of those mountains. You know, if a huge earthquake comes, them houses gonna start tipping down and falling on the people below.
That's the canopy. So
Mm-hmm.
it's suspended on the bottom. That mountain moving.
Yeah, man. Like they got. And I'm talking about. You know, like they got a lot of the houses is on the mountain, but some of the houses like hanging off the cliff.
Yep.
Like these devils, man, they live on the edge for real. They live life on the edge. When they say that, they mean it. You know, I wouldn't wanna go in a room and look out the window and I can't see no ground.
Yeah, they like those infinity pools.
Yeah.
If you see a video of the infinity pool, it looks like you swimming at the edge, off the edge.
Yeah.
You go right off.
Yep.
You know. I have something real quick.
Go ahead.
This is and you had quoted went into a little bit, but this is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 26. Just getting straight to the point. It says, "I will also laugh at your calamity.
Mm-hmm.
I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you,
Mm-hmm.
then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me."
And who's the Lord using to mock these people? Why you think all these videos circulating and the prophets is talking about people crashing out in their vehicles? There is no look at that. 2 times. There's people saying, look, I went to the store and I bought this and this. $100.
Right.
$100. I got a bag of grapes and a bag of potatoes. $30 fucking dollars. Ah!
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Yeah, and a lot of you people gonna be like that because you hated knowledge. Hey, when these pains come, ain't gonna be no let up.
Yeah.
See, like that's the thing, man. Like the Lord been like putting your ass in the fire to make you see.
Yep.
And then people get serious. Oh, shit. Let me just chill. I'm not going to smoke cigarettes today. I'm not going to smoke cigarettes today, Lord. I'm going to give you this day, Lord.
Yeah.
Monday. The weakest day of the week. I'm going to give you this day, Lord. I ain't going to smoke this cigarette. I see you working.
Right.
And then as soon as a nigga forget, that's why the Lord gonna sneak up on you at unawares.
Got it.
You know, because then, nigga forget as hell. You find the rest of that box of squares.
Right.
After smoking, that Tuesday, that nigga, whoop, he done made up for it.
Right.
Yeah. He done smoked 3 extra than what he usually do. He'll miss one day smoking 3 cigarettes and then smoke 7 the next day. Niggas are something. Boy, this is to you. Yo, the Lord punk ass gifts. Is that still precept?
Yeah,
Still going.
Still going.
Go ahead.
You know, this is Isaiah 55, starting at verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts.
Yeah.
Let him return unto the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon."
Yeah, and that's what let the wicked what?
It says, "Let the wicked forsake his way, and the righteous man his thoughts."
And it said, "And the unrighteous man his thoughts." Yep.
It says, "And let him return unto the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon."
Yep. And you gotta watch your thoughts, man. Your thoughts lead into that wicked way. You know? Amen. And that's another thing, man. Like Satan is putting brothers in heavy mental battles, man. You know, like, and it's crazy, man. Like, you know that the Lord answers a prayer for you, or answer you with the same answer he gave you years ago, but you forgot. You know, I used to say this all the time, Lord. Dang. You know, this morning I was praying. I was like, Lord, man, like, why these mental battles so heavy? Because the Spirit told me I'm not going to walk you into hell without putting you through it first. So like really the Lord is toughening us up for the time to come. That's why things are so hard. You know, like we're not bringing pillows to a rock fight. So the Lord got us going through all this mental toil and hell. You know, so that when the hell hits, we be like, oh, this is it. You know, because we done been going through hell, you know, for the last 6 months. You know, like there's something that's blessed about catching hell, bro. It's like when you catch hell, like you become a better version of yourself. Like when you catch hell and you go through that fire, it's like shit that used to bother you can't get in no more. It's like the Lord created a spirit in us to okay, I'm gonna suffer this thing, right? From this point to this point. After I get through this shit, whenever the Lord allows you to get there, then that shit happen again, it don't affect you the same way. Or things that may have occurred in that situation that could be triggers, they don't trigger you no more. You know, I smile more and more, even though I'm sick of this place. But I smile because why not? Like, I smile because, you know, like, bro, hey, you gotta remind yourself, we're not to get the victory, bro. We at the end of this place. Like, what else can you go through that you haven't already went through? Go ahead, brother.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 2, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting.
Yeah, it's better to go to the house of mourning than the house of feasting, man. It's better to suffer. And a lot of these people, they can't conform to a house of mourning lifestyle. You know? You know, a lot of these people, they can't, they don't even try to make them conform. Especially you got a woman and she ain't in the truth, bro. Don't try to make them conform, bro. Just leave her where she at. She's not gonna be delivered by her own righteousness anyway. Just let her be. Let her be, bro. Okay. No, you're gonna be wicked anyway. Right. You know? It seems like when you don't care, that's when they try to act right. Yep. You should know whether you care. You gotta prepare for the shit's going. Yeah. It's coming. you act like you don't care. Okay, whatever. Well, then you got to get to ask some question. Well, you don't care? You don't do it anyway. Right. You know what? I'm not going to do it, okay? That's when the motherfucker want to act right, when you don't care. Well, you said, baby, I don't want you to do it. Yeah, I'm going anyway. Fuck you. Right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's over. Right. Yeah, but when you go through that suffering, it makes you better, bro. Like when you go through certain sufferings, bro, it cleanses you, it purifies you. Go ahead.
It says, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
Yep, that's the end of all men, the living will lay it to his heart. That's talking about the man of the Lord. And the sisters that listen and learn, that are sincere. You know, the elect. You know, that's talking about the elect. You know, the living. You know, these people out here in a dead state. Yeah. You know? Go ahead.
So, verse 3, it says, sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better.
But by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. You know? Indeed. By the